Hello, Danielle. Hello, Haka. Haka, thank you for coming on. It was good to see you on Clubhouse. God bless you. And it's good to see you on the Bible study. Thank you so much. Hey, Kiana. It's good to see you on tonight. Thank you for joining us. We're going to talk about the family dynamics of the narcissist, which is a hot topic because most people deal with the dynamics on Clubhouse. We had a young lady who was raised by a narcissist mom, and she is older. She's remarried through all several failed relationships. Oh, bless your heart. And she now can tell her story from an adult that was raised by a narcissist mom, that and what happened to her life and how she had to fight. um, Danielle is on here, and she can also testify. Sometimes it's very difficult when it's the family dynamics, because when you're dealing with the family, you're dealing with the family dynamics of a person who just introduced to a narcissist and they happen to have kids, and now the kids are exposed to the situation, or you grew up with a narcissist parent. When you grew up with a narcissist parent, you are conditioned for the pain that happened. You are conditioned for the relationships or situationships. You are conditioned for failure. You are conditioned for rejection. You are conditioned for devaluation. You are conditioned. And as a matter of fact, you become a hunter of those attributes. And you don't know that you become a hunter for those attributes. But sometimes we have a few people that will actually break through the ranks. And when they break through the ranks, they are able to rebuild their lives, reestablish their lives, even bring their siblings into a higher order, because they have determined they're not going to let their siblings stay. And the siblings is always used to them being the rescuer. And usually the rescuer is the scapegoat. Thank you so much, Danielle. The rescuer is the scapegoat. The scapegoat is the person that everybody dump everything on. That means that it's always, if the narcissist is going to point at anybody, they're going to point at the scapegoat. The golden child never do anything wrong. The scapegoat never do anything right. Come on now. And so let's talk about the family dynamics. If you've been involved with a narcissist family and you have experienced that from growing up, hello there, Hazon is that has run. And you've been part of a narcissist family. You were raised by a narcissist family. We want to hear you. And some of you have been introduced into a narcissist family. When you've been introduced to a narcissist family, it is shocking. It is not liberating. It is just tumultuous, because you're wondering where these people come from, how they're able to do this, how they're able to keep this, what is happening, why these people do this, why they congregate like they do, why there's a gang like it is, and they gang up on you. Good evening, Ernestine. And the person, they always protect the narcissist. They're going to gaslight you if necessary, because the narcissist has to be right. And they're going to shift that blame. And there are gang families that take the supply. Whoever the supply is, that supply is going to go through torture, because they need the supply to feel that they need them. They can't do without them. And what they need to do is build a trauma bond. She said, I have been looking for a partner whom I can do. Okay, we can get rid of that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Danielle. Because we are staying focus driven. If it has nothing to do with this topic, then it needs to be void of us. But what happened is when you got their family, Their family know that you're introduced to the narcissist, and what their family would do is get you to trust them, because they know that after a while the narcissist mask gonna fall off. And not only the narcissist, the family mask gonna fall off. And when the family mask fall off, you're going to see everybody. You're going to see the narcissist and the narcissist family. Now, if the father is a stronghold and he's still in the family, he's going to dominate. If the mom is the stronghold and she is the dominator, she's going to dominate, because the mind of the stronger person is the way the family is going to operate. So whenever the narcissist bring you over to meet his family, you have to fall in the order of the house. And when you fall in the order of the house, not only is the narcissist parent is ruling the narc child, but the narcissist family rules the supply. And that is established the moment you go in there. They love bomb you. It seems like they're the perfect family. When you first meet them, they're feeding you. They got gifts for you because he tells them that you're coming, and you are love bombed to the max. And you think, what a wonderful family he have. Everybody laughing, everybody loving, everybody seeming like they're together, but that's a mask. And they can hold the mask in the introductory phase, and they can hold it for a little bit, but after a while the mask is going to fall off. And you cannot pretend once the mask fall off. You see things as is when the mask fall off, and you think, what kind of family is this? This must be the Adams family. And then once you start to criticize, they start to attack. And they attack you to make you feel like something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with us. All we tried to do was love you. All we tried to do was to show you that we care about you. And when you see that they don't care, that it was all a facade, and if you wanted to get out, they need you, they're going to trauma bond you. They're going to show you why you acting like this. You know my son loved you. You know my daughter loved you. You know this, you know that. And then they make you feel like a low down dirty dog. And then what you feel like, let me, maybe it is me. Maybe I need to get myself together. Maybe I need not to be so harsh. Maybe I don't need to be judgmental. Maybe I'm too judgmental. Especially when these people are trying to be nice to me. They're trying to, you see what I'm saying? Now you're changing your whole story. If you change the story, it won't be long before they change the identity. You will lose who you are, because you'll start redefining yourself based on what they want, based on what they need, based on what they say. So the family dynamics is to pull you into the pool of identification and change it, to switch it, so you can become whatever they need you to be. Not what you want to be, whatever they need you to be. Because whatever they need you to be, that's all they're going to accept. That's all that they want. Danielle said, an unmasked narc is a major reality check. Oh, when you unmask a narcissist, you're getting ready to go through hell. You're getting ready to go through situations. You're getting ready to be redefined. You're getting ready to go through stuff, you wondering where you are. You didn't know a family could take you through this. And then your words are, look, I married you. I didn't marry your family. No, you married the whole family. You married the cousins, the brothers, the grandma, the granddad. You married the extra kids. You married everybody. Everything that is attached to that narcissist is going to affect your life. Why? Because they're going to bring it. They're going to bring all of it to you. She said, this is a true statement you just said. Absolutely. The whole family. You're going to get the whole family. And the thing is, the whole family got to say so. The whole family got a voice. You are the only one that don't have a voice. You are the only one that don't have a say so. She said multiple unmasked narcs in a family is a declaration of war. Oh, that's good. That's well said right there. And that's true. Because it's fight all the time. It's fight, 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 fight. And the only time it's not a fight, there's something they want. And it's the love bomb phase. You will never get the initial love bombing. What they gave you at first, that's the only time you're going to get it. It's like a crack addict. A crack addict want that first high. They never get that first high. It doesn't matter how many times they get the high. You never get the first high because it's not the first high. Once you leave the first, it's the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. And that's the way it is. The family dynamics shift. And what they do is start a training mission. The family trains you in the dynamic of the family. The family helped the narc in training you for what they want. And eventually you find yourself running for the family, pleasing the family, going shopping for the family, paying bills for the family. And you're like, I am so tired. I don't have time for my own family, because you are the family. But you're the slave of the family. You're the scapegoat of the family. And if you want this family, you're going to do for the family. You're going to do exactly what the family wants you to do. And that's just the adulthood. We hadn't even went to the child's aspect of it. We haven't said anything about the child aspect of it. And so when the narcissists come over, you know you getting ready to go on a roller coaster ride. Because it has been proven. You've been married for 5 years, and for 5 years you've been going over to the family every single time. If you're a real good cook, they're going to have you in the kitchen. Oh, you cook so well. I got this, I got that, and I want you to do this, and I want you to do. And you are so tired you can't think because you working overtime, dealing with the narcissist, stressed out. You don't know whether to tiptoe, you don't know whether to run, you don't know whether to fight, you don't know whether to freeze with the narcissist, and you've been going through having sleepless nights because they've been word salad, they have been blame shifting, and then you go over there and they got all of this stuff for you to cook this massive meal that's going to take them all of 10 minutes to eat up. And then they're going to want you to clean. Then after you clean, they done. They ready for you to leave. And you got to go to work, so you leave. And as soon as you get home, the narcissists start all over again. It's the family dynamics. You're stressed out. You're beat down. You don't know what to do next because it feels like you're losing your mind. It feels like you don't have it together. It feels like it may be your fault. It feels like you don't know what's wrong. Why? Because the family dynamics of a narcissist is very challenging. They challenge everything you say. They challenge everything you do. You buy them a gift, they wanted another kind of gift. Then they want to borrow money. They want you to pay their bills. They want you to use your gas. They don't feel like it, so they call you like you're Uber. Uber Eats. You know, I'm so hungry. I wished I had this. And there you go over there with food, and you got 3 kids. And you trying to feed your kids. So the kids have to wait because you got to feed them. Then the husband home, he mad because you ain't fed the kids and ain't no food. And you tell him I was over your mother's house. He said, my mom don't run this house. Oh yeah, but when you take me over there, what do you tell me? How you dare disrespect my mom? When my mom say something, why can't you do it? My mom won't ask you to do something that you can't do. She said they operate in tandem. In tandem, she said, and they become their own kind of family dynamics, working as a tactical team against you. Can you imagine dealing with that? 5 years? She said, yeah, they become your own strategist to become free. Wait a minute. She said, you have to become your own strategy to be free. Absolutely. Hakar said, that narc knew I wasn't working, and he would come and pull me out of the house and have me burning my gas. See? See, you got to be strong because they're very intentional with what they do. They're very intentional of how they use you. They're very intentional of how you service them. very intentional. And so when you are servicing them, you notice they are happy. But when you tell them you can't because you're tired, you done worked all day, they make you feel like a low down dirty rat. And then now your husband fussing because he said you're disrespecting his mom. How are you disrespecting his mom? I just told her I wasn't able to do that today, but I can do it another day. She didn't want another day. She wanted today. Hello there, Eminem. She wanted today. And because she wanted today, it needs to be done today. She don't care about your kids. She don't care about none of that. She said back-to-back attacks from multiple narc. She said, is spiritual draining. Oh, yes, spiritually draining. Danielle said, it's amazing how detailed they are about the needs. When there is nothing, and when there is nothing is left to get from you, then all is well with them. Oh, yeah, because you're drained. She said, I told him I didn't want to see him one night, and he ignored me for 2 months. Because that's a narcissist wound. That's a narcissist injury. A narcissist injury is worse than a gunshot to a narcissist, because they want what they want because they're entitled. When you deal with entitled people, they feel like they should be able to get what they want when they want it. They're spoiled brats. They are self-centered, self-engineered. All the credit goes to them. All the praise goes to them. They need constant praise, constant validation, constantly, because of the grandiosity. And so when you tell the parent, when you tell his parent that you can't do it, like you told him no, and he didn't call you for 2 months, that's to make you think about it. That's to make you pay. But hey, you got to stand, or the narcissist is going to run you. That trauma bond is when you constantly yield, you get confused to what is happening, you're gaslight all the time, they blame shift, and finally you yield even knowing better. Hello there, Royal Talk TV, how are you? She said, good evening, Dr. Salah, woman of God. Your videos are saving lives, providing hope for the survival and healing. She said, you are not only feeling burned out, she said, you are burnt out, exhausted, and you age every single time. Why? Because the narc, she said, I need your email to contact you. Danielle, put my email up. Put my email up. You know what? And not only are you exhausted, but it's intentional exhaustion. They want you exhausted. They need you exhausted. Because when you are strong, they can't deal with your strength, because then they feel like it's a competition. The narcissists need you weak, because then they feel superior. They will burn you out. And the thing is, once they burn you out, they challenge you. That's why a lot of times before you go to bed is a big argument. They don't want you to sleep. Because when you are tired, when you are drained, they can move in position with whatever strategy they have, whatever plan they have. And you are exhausted. You are too tired to fight. The narcissist's ultimate goal is to break your mind down into total control, or to blast it out of usage. And when they blast it out of usage, what they're doing is saying, I don't want you to be able to move with wisdom. She said, I was groomed as a child by a narc parent. She said, and my mom didn't protect me from my abusive stepfather. I've been married several times, each relationship abusive. She said, I'm healed now and broke those generational curses. Oh, that is good. She said, thank you. I am strong because of your teaching here on YouTube. Oh, God bless you. She said, thank you. I am finishing my doctorate program. Yay. Good job, woman of God. Good job. What an accomplishment. I am so proud of you. She said, just like successes are built off of failures, deliverance from narc often starts from a place of exhaustion. When you can't fight anymore, when you can't do anymore. So that don't just work for the narcissist, it can work for you. The family dynamics with the narcissist is to get you so involved in the family till you're just as committed to the family as you are to the narcissist. She said once they break you down, it makes you question yourself. She said, and your energy shifts. See, that's what Raw TV was saying. She said, but you have to learn how to fight in silence, and the most effective tool is applying the word of God. That is so true. And then Royal TV said, I dropped out of my semesters because narc killed my energy to achieve in university. Of course, because it was showing him up. He was jealous of my education. Of course. That's why he needed you out, because he wasn't there. So he needed you out. She said, when you're done, you're done. Absolutely. I got a video called When the Supply Has Had Enough. Please access that video. She said, the family love bombed me in the beginning. The family love bombing is just as powerful as the narcissist love bombing. But you're going to be love bombed because you're going to be dropped. She said the healing process has to ongoing because there are so many narcs out there. Oh, it is. But what happened is the pain is in layers, and that's the way you have to heal. It's not all at one healing. You heal in layers. There's healing that don't happen years later because it is no reason for it to be exposed, and then you're triggered. She said, I was so stressed having the narc in my life. I know you were. And you know what? The body keeps score. As long as you're stressed and they know you're stressed, notice how happy they are when you're stressed out. Oh, they're happy. And then they'll ask you what's wrong with you if you complain. She said, my narcissist and his mother were abnormally close. Girl, we're going to talk about that. She said, yes, healing in layers. You know what? Absolutely. Because the mother who have a narcissist as a son feel like the girlfriend is competing against them. She said, could you get closer to your microphone? Okay, let me. Is that better? Is that better? Can you hear me better? She said, I was married to the narcissist and his mother. Yep, absolutely. Mother enabled the son. The mother would not allow another woman to get closer to her than her son. That's why you picked up almost like a perversion. She said, we can hear you fine. Okay, thank you, Amina. And you pick up like a perversion between them. She said, I couldn't keep my jobs. I was yelling at my family. I knew he had to go. See? Because now you done picked up the spirit of the narcissist. And now his spirit is weighing in on you. She said the narc mom and the narc son would tag team you from different angles. Absolutely. They're not going to go with each other. Or go against each other. They are going to make you feel like something wrong with you. Can you imagine dealing with a mother and a son, and the mother is saying one thing and the son is saying the same thing, and then they make it feel like you are the problem? She said, I realized the mother was responsible and knew her son abused me. As a matter of fact, she's encouraging him to abuse you. And if he don't abuse you, she tells him he don't love her. She tells him that she's preferring you over her. And she tells him and remind him how she took care of him, how she was always there for him. Yeah. See? So you are the bait in the beginning, because that's a love bombing. And it doesn't matter how much you give to them. It doesn't matter how much you care for them. It doesn't matter what you do for them. They will always, 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 always make you feel that something is wrong with you. Your kids, they'll even bring the kids in here. She said, when you don't kiss up to the narc mother, she would tell her narc son to leave you, abandon the relationship. And you know what? Ask him how many relationships he had. Because none of them never worked without mama dears. None of them. They will find something. She will lie like she saw you somewhere with somebody, and that wasn't true. She said, my mother put my brother like a king, and all she did was cripple him in life, and he even stole from her. Yep, that's usually the case. She said, God sent you as a divine intervention to give me the knowledge, and your constant wisdom and videos kept me saying, girl, I am applauding you. I'm applauding you for hanging in there, for staying with it. Royalty Talk TV, she said, thank you so much. I will send you some donation. Absolutely. I love that. Thank you. She wants her narc son for herself. It's always the case. She knows she can't have him by herself because he's going to go out and get somebody. She can't keep him from that, but she can make it miserable while he gets somebody. You are so welcome. Royal TV, I salute you. Thank you so much. Royal TV, you can go on my Instagram, Helen Sadler, and all of the giving ports are available on my teachings where you can take a snapshot of those giving ports. Thank you so much. I'm deeply, deeply grateful for you. God bless you. So this family is misery. They are under your skin. They'll come to your house unannounced. But if you go to their house unannounced, they'll ask you, why did you call? Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. They will ask you, why didn't you call me? You like, I didn't think I had to because you always dropping by my house. She said, yeah, but you got to call when you come by my house. See, it's always, the scales are always tilted. It's never the same. She said, my mother abused my brother verbally and emotionally. She said, and I know that she knows what she's doing. Yep, it's wrong because she does this in private. Oh, yeah, she's a saint in public. Oh, the family dynamics on a public forum, they'll think something wrong with you if you complain because they know how to wear the mask. They can wear it well. They just can't wear it long. Do you hear me? They can wear it well. They just can't wear it long. So people thinking, oh, you're so blessed. Girl, how did you get a family like that? She said, oh, please elaborate on the alcohol abuse and the narcissist go hand in hand. When you have a narcissist that abuse alcohol or drugs, that's their master. You're going to always come up short because all of their appetite has to be met. All of their habits has to be met. All of their needs has to be met. When a narcissist is left with a need that's going to be torture for you, an alcoholic that is physically abusive, is financially immature and destructive, and always demanding what you have. A narcissist that is an alcoholic, some of them are professional alcoholics. They can keep a job for a little bit because they are professionals at it. But after a while, they start having the blackout spell. The skin is looking pasty. And so you start getting the results. You can't trust them and leave them with the little ones because they're not in their right mind. And rather than have consensual sex with you, it's always a battle. You know, it's a fight. They beat you and then they want to make love to you. How you gonna beat me? And the blood, it just turns them on, like they torture you, and then they want to satisfy you in the torture. She's a narc, drunks, and not drug addicts too. Absolutely. If you ever live with a drug addicted person, whether it's alcohol or drugs or both, you never know what they're going to do. You never know what the atmosphere going to be. You never know how it's going to be when they come home. And as soon as you hear the car, you don't know whether they've been to the bar, you don't know where they've been, and it's always destructive. And when you're in the car with a narcissist and they've been drinking, you are always in danger. And then when they're in the car, they're always in danger. The people around them is constantly in danger because the narcissist doesn't drink to get satisfied. The narcissist drink to get drunk. And when they get drunk, their mind is altered. So what they see and what they perceive is altered. They come in the house, you say something, it's the wrong perception. And some narcissists are physically violent. The malignant narcissists, they are violent. The overt narcissists, violent. The covert narcissists can be, but they're sneaky. The covert usually throw the rock and hide their hand and have somebody else blamed for it. Then the narcissist that is somatic, they so self-absorbed until they don't think about none of your feelings, how you are. She said, if you stay with one for long, she said, you may not have a home to come back to. You won't. You won't. The narcissist demon feed off of it. Absolutely. But how would you have a home? Unless you've taken over the bills. They don't pay bills. They pay for drinks. They pay for fun. Then they take all their friends out with the money that they should be paying, taking care of their home. She said, that's my father, self-absorbed. Yep. It's all about them. It's never about you. And you, from month to month, don't know whether you have a place. Because if he's responsible for the bills, when he's drinking, he's not going to pay a bill. He's driving a car and he's about to lose it. But he going to drive it till he lose it. Then going to blame you for losing it. So not only that, but now you are working. And when you're working, you got to make sure all the bills are paid. You got to make sure the rent is paid. You got to make sure food is in the house. You got to make sure the kids go to school. You got to make sure that the kids eat. You got to make sure that you have everything that you need. Because really it's like being a single parent with a husband. So she said, yes, all your money went to alcohol instead of the house. Absolutely. They're not thinking about no house because they're unaccountable. So they're not thinking about responsibility. A narcissist is like a little kid. And when you give them money, they're going to do what a little kid do. She said, yes, they blame you for everything. She said, zero accountability. Yeah, and that's the case. And as long as you tolerate it, that's as long as they do it. They're not going to come into accountability when you allow or when you permit. He said he doesn't drink. He doesn't do drugs. He's focused on looking good. He's somatic and have money. She said, I think this is the most dangerous type. The most dangerous type is psychopath, sociopath, and malignant. A somatic can be dangerous, but they're usually not as violent as the other three I named. She said, I had an idea. I had no idea my person was alcoholic until I found hidden bottles in the car. A professional alcoholic. You know what that means? That means they've been doing it for a while and they're good at it. They're good at hiding their stuff. 9 times out of 10, if you met the mom knew they was alcoholic. But she's not going to say anything. Because she know after a while, you're going to get the truth. She said, you were right. He's not violent. Yep. Yeah, he just self-centered. He got to look good, smell good all the time. She said, yeah, some narcs get high off of admiration, validation, and multiple women. Most of them do. Because they feel a sense of entitlement and grandiose. They feel that you owe them everything. A narcissist feel like you need to be thankful that you can have me. You need to be thankful that I let you touch me. You need to be thankful that I let you sleep with me. Why? Because I am so grandiose that people fight for me. Women, and when they are serial cheaters, they got all these women begging them, pleading to them. When am I going to see you again? You said, well, I'm with my wife. Because you would tell them you married. You bold enough. You didn't tell them you were single. You told them you were married. After they fell for you. After they was in love with you. And now they feel like they can't leave you. And they are serial cheaters. She said, mine was very charming. Yeah, manipulative. And the mother was wealthy. She said, but controlling her son long distance, as if the umbilical cord is still connected. It is connected. It's still connected. And see, the worst one of those who got money feel like they don't need anybody. You see, and those covert narcissists, these are your charming narcissists. They are, everybody loves them. She said he drinks and he drives. He has to drink every day. It's sad. He's an alcoholic. Yeah. An alcoholic, they got to have the alcohol every day, and especially in the mornings. An alcoholic is a morning drinker. They don't wait till the evening unless they sleep all day because they done blacked out. She said, when moving from a previous home, I found a storage cabinet in the basement with over 200 empty bottles that I had to remove. She said, not going to say other substance found in those bottles. Wow. Dr. Sadler, you are so gifted, and she said, you teach us the dynamics of personality disorder. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's not a relationship. It's a situationship. And if you don't deal with the dynamics of what you're dealing with, you're going to be abused. That's abnormal use. Sometimes people think abuse is just being beat up physically. Abnormal use is abuse. They're abusing you emotionally, financially, socially, they're abusing you physically. They're abusing your goals, your dreams, anything you have. They're after, like your degree. They weren't going to let you get that degree. They was going to stretch you till you can't get it anymore. They was going to stretch you till you couldn't think anymore. You can't do all the homeworks that is involved. Why? Because you can't think to do the homework. She said, my ex-narc would have a beer with his breakfast and would keep a glass of vodka on his desk at work. And he told his co-workers that it was Sprite. See? Oh, but one thing about it, honey, it may take some time, but it'll catch up with you. That alcohol got a bite that won't wait. And see, when you keep drinking like that, you start having these blackout spells, memory loss. You saying things, it never existed, but you think it did. She said, once I got the knowledge from you, I cried and then turned my decade-long frown upside down. Absolutely. She said, the craziest thing is being normalized by the narcissist abnormalities. Isn't that something? She said, mine would say it's water, and it was not water. Yeah, because they are liars beyond any extreme. And those are gaslighting. If you believe them, and you can be with them for 20 years, and they trying to convince you of the experience you had, and you know how they are, that it's not so. Alcohol is horrible. Can you imagine you in the bed and he's reeking with alcohol? Sometimes urinating on themselves. And then want to take their clothes off and sleep with you. Or sometimes they're so reeking with alcohol, and the alcohol has affected their body, they can't function. And they become dysfunctional. Now they telling you you're dysfunction. That ain't nothing wrong with them, it's wrong with you. She said, yes, she does and see, and she teaches how to use the word to heal and to stand. If you listen to her teaching, I guarantee you your life will change forever. Thank you, ladies. Come on, we got 20 minutes. Let's do this in 20 minutes. One thing you have to do with the narcissist and his family. You need a group of people unattached to the narcissist. She said, nope, I cut off intimacy for 8 years when I learned that I was what I was dealing with. Wow. See, you were good. You were good. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Narcissists have some serious control. What do you mean? Their mind is not wired. When you're dealing with a dark presence and a demonic spirit, then it's the spirit that is the enabler. It's the spirit that is causing them to function. So they can see you naked and not have no response. But if it's a new supply, she can have on 30 garments and they ready for her. A narcissist, you're either black or white. You'll never gray with a narcissist. When you white, you got the narcissist's attention. They're texting you. They're talking to you. But when you black, you can be stark naked, laying in the bed waiting for them. They get in there and go to sleep. They don't care. You can get on top of them. Nothing. Because you're either black or white. You are never gray. Sometimes we want to treat the narcissist as if we're in the gray. Either or. Narcissists don't give you either or. They're either going to work this out or it ain't going to work. That's why when they give you ultimatums, it's either this or it ain't going to work. Their family is something else. The mother walks in the house, the keys on the dresser. She pick up the keys, get in the car, and drives off. And leaves her car with no keys. Hey, Cluster B, free. Oh, no apologies necessary. We understand. And she drives off. And you tell your husband, your mother just drove off with our car. He said, she'll bring it back. She said, I was taught. She said, it was tough. They cheated without consciousness. Yep. They lied. She said, I caught mine in our bed, escorted the victim out of the taxi. That was how I bust mine. And that was it. Wow. Liars. They are arrogant liars. They lie all the time. She said, mine faked that he was a Christian. Yep. The worst ones is the spiritual narcissist. She said, narc always move like a spirit in the house. She said, I'll be in a certain room of the house and I hear a door close. She said, and they are very avoidant, but want you to know that they are there. Absolutely, because they need the attention. She said, narcs are rarely ever monogamous, especially a religious one. Yep. She said, narcissist people would never change. There's no change. How you going to change when you think you're perfect? There's no need to change when you think you're perfect. They think something wrong with you, not nothing wrong with them. That's why they don't change. And that's why people get deceived when they say, well, maybe if I do more for the narcissist, no. Maybe if I love them more, no. Maybe if I cook more, no. Maybe if I give them money so they can spend money and they'll never be broke, no. Nothing you do satisfy a gaping, empty hole. Every area in their life is empty. Like she said, they fake Christianity. They have no true Christianity. You don't see them opening up their Bible. And when they pray, it's an ulterior motive. They're not going to pray sound prayers. They're not going to do it. They're not going to pray God-given prayers because they're not located there. And Crystal says, arrogant people don't reconsider their ways. She said, or decision. And narcs are very arrogant, laced with pride. Royal TV said, we used to pray together in the beginning. Oh yeah, of course. But stop praying. Now he does not pray or believe in prayer. It was all fake. Situationships get full because he wanted you, and whatever it took for you, he observed it and he did it. Eminem said, I literally had a narcissist tell me that he loves the way that he was because he really did not care about other people, and he said he liked how he felt. Oh, they are drunk with themselves. Royal TV said, I learned about that NPD fuel was from your teaching. Wow. I'm glad you got it. Cluster B Free Karen said, you can feel, okay, she's going to rewrite it. The whole climate of the house. If you are with a narcissist, step out of your environment and go to somebody else's house. Notice the difference. They got peace and you got turmoil. She's a hallelujah. I escaped, and now the mother cut ties with me after I called him out. After, they don't have any need of you. Yeah, they don't have any need of you because she had need of you with him. He was the connector point. He was the force. And when you don't want to give to him, she know you ain't gonna give to her. She knows she's weak without him. She said pride cannot look inside of someone else. No, that's the problem. Pride cannot look inside of themselves. It'll look inside of somebody else and blame them. It's also shame. She ashamed of what she made. Yeah. She's ashamed, or as a golden child, she's extremely proud. She thinks he's the best thing since air. She said, this is good, Mom. This is part 2 from last week. Absolutely. See, the family dynamics is a strenuous, nerve-wracking venture where you have to fight, 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 fight. And then the thing is, nothing works. Nothing works. It's always something wrong. You're always on edge. You're jumping in your sleep. You're not sleeping through the night. You're thinking about it while you drive. You got to pour your mind in it. You're thinking about it while you have at work. You got to pour your mind in it. She said, with all of these narcs out there, it is so important to come together and to support each other. This is needed. And guess what? It's getting more and more because people are more and more selfish. Anytime you get a selfish people who don't care nothing about other people, who lack sympathy, get ready for an NPD situation. It's the governments. It's the governments. The governments, not the government, but the government, the political angle, the spiritual angle, the natural angle is going to always be for their benefit and never yours. She said have kids who they teach to be the same. Oh, yeah. They teach their kids, especially the scapegoat. They teach the scapegoat to be just like the narcissist because the narcissist lived through them. Royal Talk said, I realize that no contact or gaslighting them back is freedom. If no kids are involved, mine was the golden child. If not, she said, mine was the golden child. Okay. She said, if not for this knowledge, I would die from mind-blowing games and manipulation. Oh, I'm so glad this was available. Danielle said, I'm unaware of what I'm dealing with in the narc family dynamics. She said, a victim is someone who is attacked. However, no victim mentality here. I know how to get out. Absolutely, Danielle, and I will. See, that's hope. You got to stay positive. And like I was saying, if you got friends that are not intertwined with the narcissist but are outside the scope, get that friend and gain strength. Get that friend and gain strength. Even if you go for a 5-minute walk, 10-minute walk. Get their friend. Wow. You know what I was thinking? She said spiritual warfare is the key. Yes, Dr. Sadler. See, you got to fight, but you got to know that the weapons of your warfare are not carnal. She said you gotta go from helplessness to helpful. All free, that's good. She said the narcissist family works together like a pack of wolves. They do. And that's what we were saying earlier, Karen. She said the more you stay away from them, the better. You know why? Because you gain your strength back, you gain your momentum back, you gain everything back once you stay away from them. You gotta be away from them. Because as long as you're with them, they feed off of you. Their energy, they feed off your energy. They feed off your truth. Everything about you is what they chose. And it made them stronger in their mission. This is why you got to know and recognize the family dynamics, and you got to recognize yourself. She said, yes, it is a spiritual attack on your mind and on your spirit. Right there, Crystal. Right there. She said, so you have to heal and recharge to keep going. You have to. She said, move in silence. Keep your plans. She said, keep your plans and your plan. I think she's like, keep your plans and plan your plan. Make sure it works. Because the only deliverance is freedom out. As long as it's freedom in, they think they have an advantage. Free said, Matthew 10:28, don't be afraid of those who can kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Instead, be afraid of the one who can kill body and soul. Absolutely. But let me tell you something. When you are around a narcissist and you're in the house with a narcissist, it takes a focused mind. And God is the only one that will sustain you. But after a while, God will bring you out. You got to come out from among them because they don't have any change in their energy. It's the same thing. And all hell could have broken loose. They still believe. We believe energy. We believe that God is more than a conqueror. We believe in victory, but you got to access the information and you have to act on the information. She said, I've been so wounded by the narcissist that I will only go to God in silence and meditation. She said, couldn't even put my pain into words. Wow. This is Crystal. Wow. She said, you can feel the oppression spirit in the house, the oppressive spirit in the house, but God. See, that's what I'm talking about. Their environments is laced with who they are and what they are. She said, once things are ended with the narcissist, removed all their family from you. She said, remove all their family from you. When you end with the narcissist, you end with their family. They will be flying monkeys for the narc. The family will hoover by proxy for the narcissist. That's why when you're done, don't think the family wants you. They'll say, you are the only one. And we want this. We want you. We don't believe none of that. All of that is to get you back inside. She said, Crystal, same Crystal, Proverbs and Corinthians brought me to tears. Oh, I know it did. Tears of understanding and hearing. Ooh, y'all. This has been an hour of power. It's been an hour where we have had some great statements. It's been an hour of understanding. We are getting ready to end this program. I want you to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you go back and look at this program. Do the replays and then support this program. She said, in the midst of the narc family dynamics, being alone is sometimes the best thing in the world. Yes, it is. And we are so, so, so grateful for you and the victory you have and the mind that you have. Because once upon a time, you didn't have this mind. She said, this channel helps so much. Hearing others' stories and empowering. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Real Talk TV. Crystal says, yes, I just in God's presence and silence and receive strength. Keep a devotional journal. Also help. Leave a comment, like, video, subscribe, and set your alert and share it to your friends. The email is destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. Well, my time is up. Thank you so much for spending this hour with me. Make sure you write me, destinyhelper12s@gmail.com, and I will respond to your email. I love you to life. I look forward to seeing you YouTube next Wednesday, and I'm starting to do little snippets and videos, and I want you to make sure you like them and make sure you subscribe. I love you to life. God bless you. Crystal said, thanks for the fellowship. You are so welcome. Download Clubhouse app. Go to Destiny Helper Room. Title Effective Communication by Helen Sadler on Tuesday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it is 10:45 Eastern Standard Time, and it is 9:45 Central. God bless you. Amen. Your presence is healing. Thank you. God bless everyone. I'll see you on next Wednesday. Bye-bye.